All right. What is your name and what is the company? What company do you work for?
My name's Beth Tarbuck, and I work for the Raytheon Company.
Does your company service globally?
We do. We're global.
Um, so do you service to like all parts of the world or just like certain areas of internationally?
I don't know all the places we have internationally, but I would say a majority of the world we've got covered. We have landed companies in Saudi Arabia, France, England, Australia. That's right. It's a good one.
So can you tell me your current position in the company?
I'm a program director in the Assured Systems Directorate.
So how long have you worked at that position?
At that position, well, I've been a director for 10 years, 11 years. But in this position, I've only been running this business for about a year and a half.
So you've worked up to that position that you're at right now from like previous?
So I've been kind of the same level of manager now for about 11, 12 years, but I'm just doing different kind of work now. So like we have all sorts of different programs for all sorts of different customers, and this is just a different customer set.
So what kind of set are you working in right now? What is like your work that you do?
So unfortunately it's classified, so I can't tell you a lot about it other than we do government contracting. And we do work in our area in El Segundo. We do mostly ground-based and airborne radars, and also some night vision equipment.
So you're like you supervise others right now.
Right.
Your current so your daily basis. You said that was classified. You can't really say what you do every day.
I can kind of say what I do, just not maybe why I do it.
Yeah.
So I manage right now. I manage about 100 people. So I have program managers that work for me, and then we have different programs with the government. And so we have government customers. We have basically what happens is you get a contract, and then you have to set up the whole program. And usually they're around 4 years long. We just got a new one. So I work with contracts, I work with finance, for the money part of it, I work with. So most of the people that work for me are engineers. I'm an engineer by degree. I went to UCLA, electrical engineering. But I haven't done that now. Real engineering in, oh gosh, I've been a manager since 2002. Maybe before that? No, before that. Gosh, damn. Since 1994, I've been a manager.
So you said you.
That's the part where how long have I worked there? Because I just almost told you. So I've worked there for 34 years.
Oh, okay. So you said you graduated from UCLA. Did you what was the education really necessary to get a bachelor's or master's?
So because I ended up going more into the management leg of the business, I just have a bachelor's in engineering. I was going to go get a master's at Yale at the time, and back then in the 90s, people weren't doing that as much. They weren't finding that you were getting as much money back in compensation for doing it. So I ended up not doing it. I kind of regret that. So yeah, I just have a bachelor's in electrical engineering from UCLA.
So given the state of the current economy and how technology is changing, do you see this type of work being more needed, or do you see it being replaced by new kinds of work in technology stuff?
And it's absolutely more needed. So our company is going more and more into, for example, cyber technologies and protections. I think we're finding that the state of the world right now and the state of, look at North Korea, unfortunately the United States military business is going to be strong for a long time.
So out of college, do you think the skill level of your kind of intern person, are they better than they were 10 years ago? I think they're more advanced, or are they coming in
it does seem like it. Yeah.
More advanced?
And I don't know if that's just because Like when I was a kid, there weren't even computers. So I don't know if it's because people are so advanced technically now when they come out as full and they have all the equipment in their own homes, or if it's just my perception. But it seems like they're more advanced.
So on your day-to-day, like, your activities, do you find anything very, like, interesting that separates the company you work for than other companies, like, in the similar fields?
Well, the best thing, just not day-to-day, but over my entire career that I've loved the most about working at Raytheon and before that Hughes Aircraft Company is that I almost had, like, several different careers working for one company because we do so many different things. You don't have to go get another job, right, to do something different. You can actually just stay in your company and go explore. Like I've worked on night vision equipment, I've worked on ground-based radars, I've worked on fighter jet radars, I've worked on airborne laser. So I got to do all those different things, and I got to do everything from business development, so going out and selling our products, to all the way to the back end where we sustain them and take care, when they come back from it, like a depot.
Are you allowed to, like, tell me what actually is a ground-based radar?
So, have you heard of things like the Patriot missile system? Have you ever heard of those kind of? So, think of like when you fly in an airplane and you come into an airport. That radar that is watching your plane is on the ground. It's a ground-based radar. Oh. But military fighter jets like F-16s, F-18s, F-15s, they have their radar in the nose of the jet, and so those are the kind of radars I've been working on most recently. So that's fighter pilot jet. Basically, fighter pilot radars is what we're doing now.
So that's being, you think, more needed in what's going on? So, like,
the big thing in fighter radars now is going to be JSF, which is the Joint Strike Fighter. That's going to be just the top of the line jet. We have some older models, but they seem to still need them. So.
All right.
Pretty cool to watch a dogfight. Watch the video.
I think that's it. So thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.